We're going to make some veal paprikash. What I like about this veal, it comes cryovac. More stores should be doing this. Then we have mushrooms, red pepper, onion, celery, carrot, and my mixture, which I always use, of sea salt with pepper. Make your own mix, add more or less pepper to it, whatever your taste is. Tomato sauce in a can, I'm opposed to that. And beef broth in a can, I'm opposed to that, but I don't have time to make the beef broth or the tomato sauce for this recipe. And paprika. That's about it. So let me cut everything up. We're going to use flour. We're going to season the veal, saute the veal, everything else, and just let it simmer on top of the stove. Very easy. First thing I'm going to do is take the veal, like so, and put a teaspoon of the sea salt with the pepper. Looks like a lot. Don't worry about it, it's not. Mix it up good. And we have the pan getting heated. And we have the flour. Just put this in the flour. And now you don't have to touch it with your hands ever again. Just use a whatever tool you want just to coat the veal. Put about a half a cup of flour in there. And then we'll put some either olive oil, clarified butter, or olive oil and butter in the skillet, and we will brown the meat. And I'm using just olive oil. And once we brown the meat, then we're going to take it out and saute the vegetables a little bit. Ooh, we can go with a higher flame. Like so. And now using the correct tool, just take it, shake it, and put it in. We don't want excessive flour in here. Put the vegetables in there. I'm going to add the paprika to them. Let them cook up for a few minutes. Then add this to the vegetables. Add the beef consommé, because this is not, you wouldn't add chicken to this because this is really beef, but young beef. And use a skillet. This is a thick bottom skillet. Nothing's going to scorch while we're cooking in here later with the sauce. And it all fit, and that's the perfect size. Now, we're not going to waste film by staring at this and waiting for it to brown. In a couple of minutes, just lift the piece, see if it's brown. If it's brown, turn it over. Now, it's been about 3 minutes and I had a little problem. As you hear, the exhaust fan is on because the system went off because of the smoke, so I had to move it to the rear, turn the fan on, and that's a good color. I know you can see the color. I'm going to brown this side also. Now, if you're using straight butter, you know it's going to burn. So if you're going to use butter, use clarified butter. That means melt it, skim off the clear part, and throw away the milky part. Then you have clarified butter, which in the finer places, that's used to saute. Because you certainly don't want anything to burn. But if you're making for fish and you want the brown butter, then you would use whole butter, brown it. Beurre Monnier. This will take another couple of minutes, then we'll take it all out, and we'll add the vegetables. Now I'm not going to have that problem with the vegetables, because we don't have to brown them. And we're putting in the garlic, the mushrooms, the carrots, peppers. Notice everything is large chunks, not small dice. Because you want to see it. Into this, just like we added salt and pepper to the meat, there's a teaspoon of salt and pepper mix for the vegetables. Each and every item that goes into the dish has to be seasoned. Because if you don't season this, it's going to pull all the flavor out of the meat when they're cooking together. And this will kind of deglaze the pan a little bit. Now I'm going to add tablespoon of paprika, and you say, why didn't I, I'll make it two, why didn't I do it to the meat? Well, because no special reason. I thought I was going to lose a little as I mixed it, so this way it's all in there. Now I'm going to put the lid on, and just for a few minutes allow this to cook up, not color. Forgot the fresh parsley. And then, as you see, it's boiling. We're going to cut it down to about like so. You can just barely see it, but believe me, with a tight lid, you can see that it's bubbling. Well, this has been 1 hour. One thing for sure, it looks pretty. And as far as the veal, it still has more to go. Now, I'm going to leave it, no lid. Let this reduce. Set it for another half hour, and then things should be done by then, hopefully. Now after 20 minutes, not the half hour, I just came to check it, and the amount of sauce and vegetables and meat looks perfect. So we're going to now recover it, lower the flame a little, and let it simmer until the meat is tender. We don't want it to reduce anymore. Then we're going to add the sour cream and serve it over the noodles. We are done now, ready to add the sour cream. Now you have to shut it off. You don't want to cook the sour cream in there because it'll break. So we add the sour cream, fold it in, then we're going to get the noodles, put the noodles on the plate, And then spoon this on top of the noodles. Get the noodles. I like using the very broad noodles like so. Let me back this off a little. And there you go. And I'm also having broccoli with this.